Howdy hey everybody, this is SK again. What may have been maybe half a second in terms of game time was probably a few days for you and about 2 hours for me. I was getting a drink of water and then caught the bridge on the River Kwai. It's a really good movie, you should see it. It had Obi-Wan Kenobi in it. It was pretty cool. It's based on a true story. I mean, I didn't know Obi-Wan Kenobi was an actual, you know, living, breathing human being, but you know, hey, you learn something new every day, you know what I mean? Oh shit, that's right, I forgot about these guys. Oh yeah, go figure. Alright, so I think in the last episode, as it was, what was going to happen, or at least what I surmised was going to happen, actually started happening, that both Topaz and Tradnor are both attacking the one castle that I'm kind of chilling in right now, which is to be expected because it is very much a choke point for both of them, and it's very much a hot spot, so I'm just basically going to have to, you know, try to find extra soldiers if possible, and then just have them kind of filtering in back and forth through this one particular castle, so that way I can, you know, keep fresh blood in there, because eventually what's going to happen is that the other places, even though I have the advantage of having more troops, my troops are a little bit more spread out than theirs are. So if both Topaz and Tradnor attack this singular castle, they are going to have the advantage of eventually whittling me down. I'm not going to be able to get troops fast enough that I can replace before they get more people to come in. Which is probably the most odd way I could say that, but basically put, I can't, you know, the troop count that I have here really is not sustainable. The long and short of it. So I have to make sure to move out of here quickly, or find my own proverbial fresh blood, or fresh meat, I suppose. I don't know if that's the more appropriate way of putting it, but it's certainly the more true way of putting it. So that way I can sustain this area, otherwise I'm basically just fighting a losing battle, and it's very much a war of attrition. Hopefully, though, I can actually get this guy to retreat, then pop up with 1 or 2 generals, capture them, and then hopefully sway them to my side by the end of the turn. As I said within the last episode, I actually did cut it midway through this turn simply because the episode was turning into like 45 minutes long, and since this actually was still towards the beginning of the turn, and I know this castle was going to be seeing quite a few battles, I didn't want this to turn into like a, you know, power hour, as it were. And I'm using this one again, Aisha, simply because she has mages, the other lady has like 2 or 3 people. There's no point losing all of my melee characters, specifically, you know, to just take a couple of these guys down. I mean, I can do that with 1 or 2 generals later on when they have no troops left. I can afford to throw away some people to just finish them off. But when it comes to something like this, trying to actually force them out, force them into retreating, I want to save as many people as I possibly can. That's right, run away so you don't actually hit my people. Ha ha ha! Whiffed! Whiffed, whiffed, and double whiffed. Alright. So I can resurrect. I'm gonna wait until 60. Well, never mind. Okay, well, she called my bluff. I mean, not that I was actually going to say that I hope she retreated first, but I was thinking it, so thank you very much, game, for reading my mind. Alright, and Aisha, again, if she doesn't hit level 4 by this, I'm going to be kind of sincerely disappointed. Oh, I completely missed what they said. It says, I don't know who we are, but I don't think we should be enemies, so I wonder if there's an extra story point to this. And, you know, I will say that even though there's actually nothing added to these story points, the little blurbs of text put in here, I do find it very interesting that those little blurbs of text are added in there, that, you know, the little pre-battle quotes, it can be different depending upon who's fighting one another. And I find that interesting, and, you know, had they ever decided to expand this particular, you know, game or series into a straight-up franchise, it would have been very interesting to see how they fleshed out secondary characters like that, but maybe that's me being too forward-thinking, I suppose. Alright, let me go ahead and advance these guys. Not that it's going to do any good, really, because he's going to retreat by the time it's, you know, 45 seconds or so, if that. But at least this way there might be the occasional extra pot shot thrown in. And since he's out of MP, that means I don't have to worry about him throwing out a sonic boom and destroying half my group. So I'm going to stand by. I'm just going to go ahead and resurrect. I don't know if I actually keep these extra 6 units. I know that if you resurrect them, like if she started out with 20 units, dropped down to 14, and then resurrected back to 20 in the same battle, she would still have 20 units at the end. However, I did find out in the previous episode that if she has 0 units, I resurrect to full, and if the battle ends with her having 20 units, she goes back to 0. She doesn't actually keep those troops, so I can't really cheese the proverbial system as completely as I thought I could, which is unfortunate, but I can understand that from a balance standpoint why that would happen. Having said that, alright, so they've all retreated, which is good. I can pop out 1 or 2 melee characters and then just kind of whittle them down, and hopefully... Good. Wait, who did I capture? Who did they capture? Pause, 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 pause. Maybe she's leveled. Good! She leveled. Good girl. Okay, pause. Castle. First of all, recruit. Yeah, she didn't keep those extra 6 soldiers. Okay. Alright, who am I gonna drop? Karhaz is level 9. Hagain. It sounds like a freaking brand of underwear. He's wearing Hagain's. I'll pop out Viper. Why not? He's only level 4. No, don't take captives. Please tell me I hit the right group. Please tell me I hit the right army. Oh, thank you, God. I was about to get very scared for a second because I realized the other one was overlapping them directly and I was going to get very frightened. But I didn't, so yay! My big concern now is trying to capture all 3 of these and just kind of hunker down for the other group and hopefully do the same thing, all things told. But then again, looking at this, I'm not 100% certain that 30 units is going to be enough to take down all 3. Because if I do try to take down all 3 and I wind up losing, that's going to look really, really stupid. That's actually going to completely destroy what I was attempting to do. Maybe I should have grabbed a second person just to be on the safe side, but whatever. Hindsight's 20/20. Foresight's freaking blind, so... Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? She's a freaking mage. There's no reason she should be blocking that many shots. Okay, good. Yes, it is depressing. How could you kill 4 cavalry like that? That's impossible. By the way, I like the fact that I say cavalry now without even having to think about it. Yay me and the English language! Okay. I don't think she has any spells. She can't do anything. I know she had the little dipsy-doodle twirly summon thing, but that costs 3 MP, so yeah, she's screwed. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I don't know what the hell that was, actually. It's like a Scottish Jim Carrey. Now, run over here, kill her. Should I use the last of my MP for her or for Kodiak? Because he's going to definitely take a lot more hits. And I'm going to need to save what I have to make sure that he can, you know, be taken down. I mean, if he retreats and I don't capture him, well, big deal. At least I got 2 out of 3, but it's irrelevant now. I think I lost 4 units off of that? No, maybe 6. Might have been 6. I don't know. Math, man, it's hard. He has 59 health. Alright. We look like we're in the clear then. Well, that's good. Nice skills. I'll be your competitor. Ooh. I like Kodiak. He's pretty cool, even though he's an albino. You know, I can't blame him for that. He is an albino. I just realized that. I mean, I always knew that he was, like, stupidly pale, but, you know, I know that people who actually do have severe, you know, like a skin disorder, like albinoism, or is it albinoism or albinism? Whatever, people who are albinos, that they tend to have things like that. They have white hair, they have white skin, and I think they actually have something like, it's something to do to the inability of the body to create the proper pigments of color, so they usually wind up having pink eyes as well. Or it's just because for the same reason the skin is so deathly pale, it doesn't have the proper, like, melanin or, amount of nutrients or whatever in the skin, so that way they don't wind up setting themselves on fire. The same thing happens to the colors of the irises of the eyes, so that way, I think it's because the irises are actually see-through, so when people see the pink eyes, they're actually seeing, like, basically literally the back of their eye, so, which is of course going to be a fleshy tone, which means that their eyes look pink. It's amazing the type of things that I learn. Paladin. Pause. Fuck! 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 A son of a bitch. I should have known that was gonna happen. It looks like this will be one formidable battle. Nope. I wonder if talking will do anything. Because if I retreat, I'm just going to lose all my people. Yes. I don't think I'll join you, but I won't fight you either. Oh my god, that actually worked? Talking solved something? Oh my god, that... I think that's the first time that I have ever seen that work. Like, ever. Woohoo! You learn something new every day, I guess. I didn't even... You know, the funny thing is, you know, I've been playing this game on and off for like 15 years now, since 96, so... For... longer than that, actually. You know, I've been playing this game for so long, I never even thought of that as a proverbial thing. I just was kind of like, okay, well, it's one of those options that you never even consider because it never, ever works. Because who the hell, it's a freaking, you know, not a grand strategy game, but it is a strategy game of, you know, warring with other neighboring factions. Why in God's name would something like negotiating ever work? It doesn't do that. It doesn't happen. Who negotiates in real life? Okay. They really want this castle. They really want this castle. And I really need this turn to end so I can get some more people in here. You know what? Shit. Actually, hang on a sec. I have an idea. I'm trying to do, you know, proverbial strats here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deploy Malene, who doesn't have that many soldiers anyway. Yes, yes, take the captives. Take all of the captives. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the captives, I'm going to move them over here. So that way, if and when they do join me, and chances are they will join me pretty quickly, this way I can ensure that I can get as many of them, you know, proverbially, filled up as possible, and then move them to whatever respective castles I can get to. Ooh. Mage, mage, mage. Mage, 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 mage. Mage, 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 mage. What level is this castle at? 3? Okay. Well, here comes... This is why... This particular scenario right here is why I say that, you know, playing as the Fandaria Kingdom is probably one of the harder, if not the hardest. Maybe not the hardest, but it's definitely one of the harder kingdoms you can play as, simply because of this scenario right here, where you do have one, you know, like one choke point castle that is going to be consistently, and I mean consistently, barraged and attacked by like 2 or 3 different kingdoms non-stop. And something like this, as I said, is just simply not going to be sustainable. No matter how hard you try, it's just not going to happen. Doesn't matter. I'll take Magnum. Right! Is that right? Nice skills. I'll be your competitor. Wow. One other thing I like. One other think. Fearless leader. Yeah. But one other thing I like about recording in the OBS format is that it actually does... it does record in 60 frames per second. Which is... I mean, that's not... I mean, Fraps records 60 frames per second as well. The hard part is actually trying to find an encoding measure where you can keep it at the 60 frames per second. I suppose in the, you know, the grand scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter all that much if it stays at 29 frames or 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, but it's a nice little added bonus, you know what I mean? To actually see that sort of super crisp and smooth type of animation. I mean, granted, it's on a... like I said, you know, 17, 18-year-old game, but it's nice to have, you know what I mean? It's a nice little bonus. It reminds you that this game actually did run surprisingly well back in ye olden days of yore. Oh, that's a really bad idea. That was a real bad idea, SK. Oh, I really should have dispersed them because he's going to use his Sonic Boom and I'm going to lose like 3/4 of my troops. That is highly unfortunate. Oh, please be stupid AI. Thank you for being stupid AI. Thank you for being stupid. I very much appreciate that, because had that been me, you would have lost about half your troops. Or would have shut up, you know what I mean? Yeah, see? Like that. Why would he wait that late? I know it's AI, and I know AIs tend to be stupid, but Christ, man. A game like this in, like, a more PvP setting, like, I know how you can play games like Risk. I wanted to say Risk of Rain. Games like Risk and Axis and Allies online. A game like this would probably be really freaking awesome online, and it would probably be hard as balls, too. Which would be fun and interesting, and I'm gonna grab you so that way you get your holy shield so you can become the most overpowered creature of death and destruction the world has ever seen! Which I'm totally okay with, by the way. Oh, really? Protect formation? You suck. That's not gonna work. Frigate. Whatever, well, she has Resurrect too, that's the problem. Shaz. The thing is, I'm also the aggressor, so chances are I'm gonna be, in a better position than she is. Or, that is to say, she's the aggressor, so I'm gonna be in a better position than she is. Far better position than she is. Stand by. Resurrect. I don't know if you actually heard that ungodly sound that just came out of my throat. But I promise you it was not, you know, me having some kind of mini stroke or purposefully making that noise. Come on. Please kill. Is there anything? No? Okay, maybe there's not. Please kill the freaking mage. Yep, there we go. This is gonna be a freaking res fight. Oh no. Oh no. Resurrect. Oh god, this may have been the worst decision I could have ever done. Priest on priest, mage on mage action. This was probably not wise. Note to self. Don't do that. All I want is just that one lone person right here so I can just pelt away at their general. Everything else is completely irrelevant because at the end of the day you can have 100 soldiers and if your general dies you still lose. So just like chess, you could have all of your pieces on the board, but if somebody manages to checkmate your king, you're boned. Yes, I did just equate this game to chess. Because reasons. I'll use Big Hall. It really kind of bothers me for some reason on a very like deep and intrinsic level that I'm using one of the like random mooks. That I'm not only using one of the random mooks, that I'm actually genuinely relying on one of said random mooks to not fuck me over. And that frightens me a little bit. Because there are like 7 people in the game that have that exact avatar, let alone anything else, and it kind of scares me deeply and intrinsically. So I'm going to just set this person on fire, and hopefully that will actually do me good. I'm gonna go ahead and regroup, and then stand by. Thank you. Astia, lend me your power. Uh-oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna... No, not disperse. I'm gonna go ahead and regroup you. And I'm gonna go ahead and stand by. This is... really just kind of... I don't know if the word pathetic is the one that I would want to use, but... God, I hate mage fights. God, I hate mage fights. It's like watching, you know, the world's most nerdy slap fight in existence. And I know everyone watching this has had to have seen one of those happen at some point, where they see the 2 nerdy people who are too afraid to actually punch each other, so they have that little girly like, don't hurt me, slap fight thing going on. This is what this feels like right now. It's a slap fight. And not even like, you know, a cat fight slap fight, just a nerd slap fight. Please smack him. No, wait, please kill the mage. Mage, you need to kill the other one that's there. You go. That's English, man, I'm telling you. That's right. Run like the stench-filled coward that you are. I'm actually stealing wholeheartedly from the game speech, and you know what? For once, I'm okay with that. I mean, I was always okay with it, but you know what I'm saying. Woohoo! Woo! Okay, I won that pretty handily. The only problem is now I have another army of like 4 people heading my way, I think. Okay, pause one more time. Pause. Pause. Yep, nope, nope, nope. Recruit. Can I recruit? Okay. Give you soldiers for Nelson. Deploy. Who needs the experience? What the hell? I'll use... Yep, nope, not the big hall. You need time to rest. Good! There we go. I didn't miss it. Get the last of their troops. And this does feel extraordinarily cheesy, but... Hell, if it works... Oh, fuck. She still has 14 soldiers. Fuck. I really, really should have thought this through more. Gosh. Dang it. Well, maybe I'll be able to time them out or something. Or, time them out. Draw them out. Which means I'll still lose, and I'll still lose whoever I happen to capture. And I'll give them free experience. Fuck. Why do you not think first? Oh well. I tried. I failed, but I tried. Alright, that's a good start. Apologies for the silence, I was drinking some drinky poo, and by that it's a beautiful, precious, life-giving water. Not even the flavor kind, just straight up water. Oh, shit. Here's the fun part. I don't think talking would work this time. Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. And maybe this is a stupid idea that's probably going to wind up causing me to lose. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to disperse them. Try to hopefully maybe push them up the field a little bit. Advance. And this is like super cheesy. Advance. Disperse. Advance. Disperse. Advance. Oops. Disperse. Advance. And disperse. And advance. And disperse. And aura assault, even though that's probably a foolish idea. The big thing is I just want them to attack the freaking person. Just attack the person. I wish there was a way you could just say advance on the general. Which is actually what I think they might be doing. Kill. Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. Kill her. Please kill her. Yes! I made her fall back. I don't know how the hell I managed to do that, but I made her fall back. I may just actually pull this one out of my ass, and I'm somehow impressed with that, though I really, really shouldn't be. But I am anyway. Woohoo! By the way, if I'm blowing this out again horribly, I offer my sincerest apologies again. Truly. Well and truly. I'm still trying to figure out this new recording setup a little bit. Even though this music is like just 90s and Japanese as hell, it's still just... It really pumps you up, you know what I mean? It's not as epic as, you know, like 2 Steps from Hell or anything, but it does have a really nice sound to it, you know what I mean? It's catchy, you know? And one thing I've noticed with the sequel is that the music is more traditional fantasy RPG, whereas this is sort of like... I can't even fully explain just what the hell it is, but it's cool. Yes, Hagane's level has been increased. Hagane is now an Arc Monk. Up. Castle. Deploy. Here's what I'm gonna do. What we gonna do is, I'm gonna deploy you, put you right here. Shit! Okay. Maybe not. I apparently forgot to hit the pause button. Again. Again. Oh, they both have, like, no health left to speak of. I don't even need that extra person. Sweet! But she has 9 mages. Fuck. That's unfortunate. I really need to watch my language a little bit more in these. Again, I apologize sincerely. Now, if I lose... Fuck it. If I lose my people, I lose my people. If I have to retreat, whatever, I'll retreat, even though I lose this guy. I could bring out somebody else. And she's just gonna melee anyway. But then again, she might just try to res her people, which may cause more difficulties than I would be comfortable with. Go, monk, go! 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 Holy shit! Go, monk, go! Go, monk, go! Holy hell! Go, monk, go! That monk needs a freaking raise, man. Good, I captured her. Good. I have 1 monk left. Hopefully that'll be enough to actually do 1 tiny shred of damage to her and enough to capture her, because if she runs away after this, I'm going to be cheesed. I will be profoundly disappointed. Not that the game cares, I'm sure. Maybe this is a limitation, maybe not a limitation, but a specialty of the Sega Saturn, but I do wonder how they actually managed to do this, you know, 2D visual, you know, in a sort of, I mean, clearly a 3D environment, how they actually tried to manage to make it work. I know she's going to retreat, but I'll try it anyway. Hopefully it's enough that she'll be captured. I mean, I said I would be highly displeased, and I guess I would be, but it's not the end of the world if we actually don't capture her. So long as she runs and I potentially capture her again, spamming the, what do you call this, the start button, army, again, enter, again, okay, enter, whatever the hell the other one I put up, not deploy, recruit, there we go. Oh, this is gonna be really problematic really fast. Cause they're- oh, shaz. Oh, okay, that's nothing too bad. What do they have? I don't think they have much of anything left, do they? 7 generals, that's it. Wow, they have 4 castles and 7 generals. Good God, no wonder they're screwed. This, my friends, is an epitome of what happens when you spread yourself too thin. Because that's 4, 5, 6. Oh, Topaz is done. Topaz is so screwed. I mean, super, ultra, mega screwed. Let me see, what else is going on? How about Bozak? They're doing pretty well as well. Actually, Bozak's getting pretty scary. Because they have 15 generals now. Izumo's down to what? No, they have 10. Because right now, Reinhardt and Leon are basically my my go-to guys right here. So perhaps it's too late now. I have to push down now. I have to at least hold this castle, if nothing else. While Bozak, you know, basically destroys them from the inside out. However, Tradnor and what the hell is this place? The Topaz. I couldn't think of them. Like, what jewel is that named after? What's that color supposed to be? By the way, isn't Topaz supposed to be... I thought that wasn't supposed to be orange. Isn't that supposed to be another color, or is that orange? Whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about, like, birthday jewels or jewel colors. I know emerald is green, sapphire is blue, ruby is red. I know that from Pokemon more than anything, even though I never really played the games that so much. How bad is that? 5 people. This is scary. This is kind of terrifying, in fact. I should really recruit these people pretty quickly, because this is going to start getting scary again quickly. And it is a good thing I actually decided to switch this to a secondary... Not a secondary, but to a second episode, as it were, because right now I'd be sitting at like an hour and a half, 2 hours right now for one single play session. And I said Brigandine took a while. Not Cavalry, because they're going to rip your face off. Oh, that's That is unfortunate. Looks like Aisha is the one that's gonna go now. That's scary. But sure, we'll go with it. But hey, at least 40's not 100, so that's a plus. One other thing I'm noticing is that Fandaria can be more difficult because with the ones like Tristan, Pale Moon, Highland, even Tradnor to a lesser extent, and Bozak, I suppose, Tradnor and Bozak to a lesser extent, they can, they have access to that whole Vlad Shadow Tower thing with, you know, at a much earlier time than you would. Oh my god. Oh dear god. That hurts. Mommy, make it stop. But, you know, those Eastern kingdoms have access to Vlad and zombies in the Shadow Tower at a far earlier timeline than the Western nations do, which means they have access to, you know, they have access to far more powerful units than a lot of the Western. Well, but that's not true though. Then now that I think about it, because a lot of the Western nations, particularly, you know, Fandaria, Tradnor, and Topaz to a lesser extent, do have some very, very, very powerful units to start out with. I mean, Fandaria, even though I refuse to use them, do have Gaul and Scythe, which are probably some of the two strongest characters you could start with, along with Karhaz, Talon. You know, Lyria starts off pretty weak, but, you know, there are a lot of ones that start out very, very strongly. And it can be very easy to just sort of coast on that, at least in the beginning game, while you start to, you know, settle your forces and everything. And I realize that I'm completely contradicting what I just said about 10 minutes ago about Fandaria being difficult. But it is difficult because, while it has good starting units, some of them are going to be completely and utterly evil. And more so, you're still going to have some of the other nations which do also have equally powerful units basically knocking on your doorstep trying to rip your face off. This guy again? And this is kind of why I, one, don't like playing Azumo, and two, Azumo I consider to be the hardest of all of the nations, because they start with samurai, which are basically like soldiers, but kind of worse in every aspect except for dragons. And really the only nation they stand a chance against in the beginning is Bozak, who have beastmen, which are basically monks but worse. And you have to use those two nations to take out things like Tradnor, which is all ranged. Fandaria, which has cavalry. See? This is what happens when I get in my brain, man. It gets in my head. It's cavalry. They have cavalry, which the beastmen can't take down. Topaz, which have monks, which are like beasts but better. And, you know, your only real chance is just trying to hold down a fort with a couple of castles and try to take down Highland, because they don't really have anything but soldiers, which are like samurai but a little bit better. I'm not bitter, I swear. Talon, you go. I should really be actually, you know, trying to play the game while talking like this. I get distracted. We got the crackhead again. I do love the castle music like this. I love it. It makes me happy. Alright. This shouldn't take... I mean, even though they're defensive, which means that this is going to be... I'm going to lose more troops than I rightfully should. However, I still shouldn't lose too many comparative to what she's going to lose, because she's a booze drinker, I'm guessing. Or she just really, really likes dark red makeup. I don't know. Yeah, she's not gonna last long. This is gonna be super quick. Yeah, go ahead. I don't need those spells anyway. Does it freeze the power? No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, somebody was doing something where it actually froze my power bar at the very end. I don't know if that was a bug or if that was a specific spell, or if the game was just like, haha, fuck you, but I was not okay with it, let's just put it that way. Good, I captured her. Izumo is screwed. Jackal? Samurai! Should I do it again? I'm probably gonna have to make him retreat. I'll do it again. Whittle him down some. Seriously, he kind of looks like a slightly more effeminate Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm not saying that as a knock to Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, I'm pretty sure did steroids at some point. And if Arnold Schwarzenegger happens to be listening to this, I apologize for any sort of slander that you may think I'm having. Please don't sue me. TM.LLC. Something, I don't know. Is Amir, that sound a lot like innuendo. Something about my steel hiding something you can't imagine. And I'm like, I bet it does. Good job, cavalry. Way to go. Holy shazballs. I kind of expected to just lose most of my people. You know what I mean? I expected to take down most of his, but I expected certainly to end up at 0 before he did. Ha ha! This is why Izumo sucks. That's why I'm saving them for last. By the way, just to give you guys a heads up, I'm probably going to be going through all of these scenarios since I did not expect that one. I probably should have. That's what I get for gloating. But chances are I'm probably going to be going through all the scenarios now at this point since, well, hell, I already started. I may as well finish. And so I can go ahead and that way everybody can kind of see some of the story points. One of the things that I've noticed when it comes to YouTube is that everyone picks Junin. I have seen, I think, like one for Bozak. I think I saw... Maybe there was one for Tradnor. I think there was one... I know there was one for Bozak. I think there might be one for Izumo. There might be one for Tradnor as well, but I know most of them are actually the Sega Ages, like the Japanese thing. So, you know, because go figure, that's the native language. You know, because, you know, reasons. Okay, I'll stop now. Okay. And seriously, this is like the third guy this guy's attacked, so if I don't capture him this time, I'm gonna have to grab a headhunting party and just bring him down, because this is getting old now. And just to add insult to injury, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, so that way to ensure that there's absolutely no way that he could possibly survive, and just spam. You can probably hear me hitting my button. Spam, to spam, to spam, to spam, dicky dicky. Will this work? Fuck it. Please go faster. That is the suckiest spell ever. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's like the suckiest spell in the history of mankind. That's all I'm saying. That's probably, no, to be fair, that's probably a spell that's much better on, you know, 100 v 100, when you basically gridlock somebody and you have most of their army just sitting in the middle of the battlefield like ding-dongs. Okay, now let's go in melee, cause woo-woo! And I'm really surprised he didn't have that little ninja pew-pew, laser-guided missile of power destroyingness. But, what the hell do I know? Again, what do I know? Ouch! My hand does not like this thing for some reason. I don't know why, and I sincerely apologize. But seriously, if this guy... See? You use the ninja shuriken now? I guess that was probably the proper thing to do, because I was going to take his ass out. But really now, if I was him, I'd be retreating right about now. Yep, there we go. Now, gonna go spam the pause button. Take 2 people out instead of 1 on the off chance that I actually get my ass. Good, I captured him, never mind. Okay, come on. Shione. I'll let Jackal survive so that way he may live to tell those what happened on this day and yada 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 yada. And really, I just don't feel like spamming the pause button again. Just let him go. That's fine. It's cool. I won't complain. I'll be happy with the spoils of war that I have received thus far. And I will be attempting... Or that is to say, I will be planning my moves accordingly at a future date. Holy crap. They are not leaving this castle alone. And I don't know why I sound even the slightest bit surprised by saying this, because I specifically and explicitly said this is what was going to happen. Nah. Okay. This castle has a shit ton of captives, so I'm going to deploy you. No, keep the captives over there. Level them up as is necessary. That's probably not going to be enough to bring all of them out, but hell, maybe it'll be enough. Do I... Pop-Tarts! I probably just offended the shit out of somebody, and I apologize. I'm not trying to knock people with any kind of mental disability, because I'm pretty sure I have at least a few. This poor man. Okay, Monk 30, Mage 20. I kind of want to take Hagain in there just to see him be a badass. What does he have anyway? Info. He doesn't have a second spell? What the balls is that? You suck. Okay. Fine, I'll just take Bakal in. I mean, archers are bad against monks, but then again, archers are bad against pretty much everything but harpies, so that should come as no surprise. Hopefully, if nothing else, I can wear some of his troops down. But I will say, I really love the archer animation. I really, really, really enjoy the art style in this game. I mean, like a lot, I enjoy it. I really should have waited for that later. So that way, by the time they got here, it would give me an extra few seconds of pew-pew time, because at this point, I've just... crap, buttons. Well, they're all dead. That is the most pro archer I think I've ever seen. Flame cannon. Flame cannon! Which, wow, that really doesn't do a whole lot, does it? That's unfortunate. Advance. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Never mind. And now I'm going to retreat. Yup. Spam, spam, spam the F11. There we go. Alright. Retreat. Thank you. Your sacrifice was not in vain, Bakal, even though you are expendable. Which I keep mentioning, but I promise you, you know, I do care about you, even though I don't, but I'd like to pretend that I do. Thank you. Maybe I should have put Aisha in here instead. She does have the little Healy-Doober thingy, I think. Does she have the holy power now? Special, standby. I'm gonna have to check. I can't check, can I? No, I can't. I don't have access to it until I have a full power bar. That's unfortunate. Yes, I do have a holy shield. Baller! I feel dirty saying that. Does she have a max of 20 or a max of 30? I think she only has a max of 20. I don't want to waste a resurrect if I don't have to. Damn, that hurt. Don't do that. I don't like it. Alright, now go ahead and surround him. Like a swarm of locusts and whatnot. And things. Yep, there we go. That was surprisingly painless, except for Bakal, who got his ass kicked, but, you know, we don't talk about him. Now, do I want to bring somebody out and... No, I'm not going to draw it out anymore. It's already at 43 minutes again. My God. This is a long... Oh my God, this is a long episode and a long turn. Make it stop. Make it stop. Why have I done this to myself? Oh shit, that's gonna be a long... Okay. Come on guys, my voice can't do this for much longer. Yeah, I have definitely stuck my hand into a hornet's nest. This is what I get. This is what I deserve. Derpa derpa derpy. Shaz. Well, I'm gonna have to bring him in at some point. 30, 20, 20, 40. Well... I really don't want to... Shaz, man. Shaz Muffin's fine. I'll bring Talon in again. Oh, another stretch. It's not snowing already, is it? Oh, please don't tell me it's snowing now. No. What the hell is that? Oh, it's rain. Okay, never mind. Apparently I'm retarded. Don't mind me. I already mentioned my woes about the weather arrangement going on here and how not okay I am with some of it, but ooh, I could use Sonic Wave. Baller! I am the whitest person I know. Took out like 8 of his people. That's fine. I wonder if Sonic Wave does more damage to the general than Sonic Boom does. Excuse me, just one moment. I feel much better now. Okay. It's amazing what breathing through your nose can accomplish for your personal and professional needs. Wow. Dude whiffed. I kind of feel bad for him, except for the fact that I want him to lose. I mean, I'm okay with it. But, you know, I mean, I find it really interesting. I mean, the art style on here is a very traditionally, you know, anime, Japanese style and all of that. But I'm actually very impressed with how they managed to kind of keep all of this, you know, how to keep it all animated and in this sort of like pseudo 2D, 3D, Paper Mario-esque style. And I mentioned this before, but it would really be neat with today's technology being what it is if they were to try and redo something like this later. I can't remember. Wait. Info. Alright, I'll save Bad Grill for later. I'll go ahead and use Talon again. Since he did such a good job. Yes, you did! How's my little usurper doing? You're so good. Yes, you are. Okay, I know the baby talk's probably annoying, which is kind of the reason I do it. No offense to people, but Alright. Put you in special formation. Standby. You know, I'm wondering how... Standby is kind of like really OP. I don't know what it does to the particular algorithms, but it's doing something it's not supposed to, because just standing there and waiting should not automatically put you at such an immense advantage that, you know, standby actually is like the way to do things. But, I don't know, maybe that was just a programming limitation and programming error, which is again why I said, you know, it would be really interesting to see somebody try a game like this with modern day, you know, modern day graphics, or maybe not necessarily graphics, but with modern day technology and console and PC power being what it is, just seeing how they could make a game like this shape up and, you know, learning from the, you know, quote unquote mistakes of how this game was made and trying to make something that is as addictive without making it too incredibly imbalanced, because certainly a game like this is going to be very, very imbalanced and you would have to put a lot of work. And again, this sounds weird, but I'm sure that there was probably a ridiculous amount of work that went into making sure that this was semi-balanced, even though it is in a kind of a rock, paper, scissors kind of way, that it is still nevertheless somewhat balanced, because something that's totally just imba and not fun, just as fun as it is to be overpowered, it really sucks to be underpowered, you know what I mean? As fun as it is to just go around and wantonly destroy everything in your path, it really sucks to just get your face kicked in because you just happen to come across the wrong kind of combination where you just get steamrolled and have no hope for survival whatsoever. That's not fun. And, you know, games are all about fun. They're about challenge and difficulty and overcoming obstacles and yada yada yada, accomplishments and etc., but, you know, they still gotta be fun at the end of the day. If it feels like work, then nobody's gonna want to do it. But then again, that's one of the reasons that, you know, there are different genres, and it's one of the reasons that a lot of, if not an exceedingly vast majority of at least popular titles now have variable difficulties on them, because what's easy for somebody, what's fun for somebody might be ridiculously droll or, you know, completely unbeatable. You know, some people love Dark Souls, but then again, some people love Minesweeper. You know, some people love Super Meat Boy, but then there are some people that like, you know, Super Mario Brothers. They're different. They're different kinds of games. They're different styles of games. They don't play the same. Battle's much too right now. I ache all over it. No, you're going in. Shut up. Thank you. Bitch me not. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. And I wonder why she shouts out that she won't forgive anybody. Who is she not forgiving? This chick? I don't even think they've met. Huh. I'll have to ponder on that later. But anyway, Miss Erin, you're going to be fodder. And damn it, you're gonna like it. Your purpose is to whittle them down. Please don't... go! Wind Dancer. Go, go, Gadget. Good. Very good. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. Now, chances are they're going to completely destroy my people after that point, but at least this way I will have gotten... Oh! There's only one soldier left. This pleases me greatly. Okay. Advance. And now you're going to swarm around her like a... I don't know. What swarms? Bees? Bee swarm. Hornet swarm. Locust swarm. Do cockroaches swarm? Do they do that? Do you swarm like cockroaches? I know it's like an insectoid... something thing. But I don't know. Whatever. You're gonna swarm like something that is otherwise unpleasant. So you're gonna just sit there and take arrows to the face like a good little ninja chick. And from Naruto. That kind of looks like that. I don't know. And I'm going to take another sip of my water because my throat is getting extraordinarily parched. Ah. Oh my god, I'm at 51 minutes again. Please tell me it's over soon. Please tell me it's over soon. Okay. Talon's level has increased. This is one turn, bear in mind. This is one turn. Woohoo! Okay, shut up, please. Thank you. Please shut up. Thank you. Oh god. Is it gonna end soon? Pretty please? Please tell me. It will end soon. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, thank you, God. Alright, the turn is finally over. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.